Welcome to the Silent Hill Ascension What If Show. I am Noah and I'm here with our wonderful sailor captain, Eduardo, who will take us through the run of the show.
Absolutely. So, in our What If show, what we do is we watch together the premiere of the bonus scenes every Monday here at 5:40 p.m. Pacific. But if you're here, you knew that. What we're going to do after that is we're going to have Norway come up, then we're going to follow up with Pennsylvania. Essentially, we get to kind of travel across as we go throughout the show. It's an adventure that we're doing together with you, the audience.
Yes, and we know you love the adventure, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. So, production, can you please show us the content tree and we will go over it together? Great, thank you. Okay, we made a tree. This is fun. We like nature. So, what if is similar to what most of you may remember? Well, most of you, as DVD extras. You are going to unlock bonus scenes. So since we've made so much content, content, you deserve to see it. The choices for a week will be made available for the full week. And once these close, playlists of the winning extra scenes will be made available. Okay, so the trunk, I like this trunk. Of the content tree represents the sum of the decisions for the canon run of Silent Hill Ascension. During What If, we are visiting branches as we go up the trunk, working our way up. So let's throw to the first feature. We will look at the key scene that will air for Norway. Production, can you put these up on screen? And Eduardo, can you please do us the honors of reading them?
Absolutely. So, and again, with the content tree, where if you have any questions on kind of how What If works, we knew like the first week there were a lot of them. So absolutely we'll respond to them in chat as we go. But first, the scenes we will see tonight. Painkiller. This is where Carl visits Hagen at the police station and decides how much he wants to tell her about Ingrid's death. And then we have The Intruder, where Carl makes a decision about helping Eva learn to shoot, but is taken aback by an intruder on the farm. And I mean, so setting the scene right, Noah. In the original scene, Painkiller, Carl, well, he talks about the men in the window. That's what happened originally.
Right. He was talking on the man in the window. But no more, because it's a different route now. But I do want to mention one thing that is true for all the versions of this scene. And I don't think I ever talked about it before, but the cigarette, the lit cigarette in the room. I really enjoy that. Like, I feel like, I don't know what's the code right now in interrogation rooms worldwide, but I feel like when there were cigarettes involved, people got better confessions.
It was a different time, a different vibe. But, something I don't miss, something I always look at the intruder, when you start that scene, you get to see Carl chopping some wood, just right at it, like right on that chopping block.
Right, and it's funny that the chopper is the grandfather of chompers. They have the CHOPR in various forms going down in the family, as well as murderous tendencies and other stuff. But also, that scene is where the scandalo began, because our girl Mette turned out to be the intruder, and what a welcome surprise, I guess, for Carl.
Well, Carl was indeed very interested during our canon run.
I dropped my fan from excitement, so I'm sorry. But, I'm keeping the fandom together here. So now we will look at the decisions made for Norway. Production, please put the results up on screen for Norway. Eduardo, you're such a great reader. Can you please do it again?
It's a pleasure. So here we have what will Carl tell the police about Ingrid's death. Interestingly, the original option, the damnation option here, we take the redemption one, deny knowing anything. And then finally, we have that in that second scene. It was actually a binary choice, kind of by default. How will Carl handle Eva's request to teach her to shoot? So the other option, instead of training her, is to take her gun away. And I think that's going to be a fascinating. That second scene, especially, I think is going to be. Well, I know it's going to be fascinating. I looked at it, but it's such a different thing, right? Like because we know what happens with Eva later in the story. There's such a big difference, right, between Carl training on the gun and like Carl taking that away.
Right. Now, there's a philosophical debate here. Is it, given that the child has access to a gun, okay, is it safer to teach them how to do it safely or not teach them, but they still have the gun? So, first of all, don't put the gun there in the first place. This is my advice. But since you're in a farm in Stilldalen and you need to, like, hunt and, take care of business, I'm kind of like thinking that maybe teaching her how to use it was the more responsible option, even though I understand, of course, like taking it away because, like, hey, dude, don't,
Yeah. But one of the key things of the scene that aired, right, is Carl at one point goes like, yeah, you want to hit the head, the heart, like all the vital organs, which
right, maybe she misses more in that universe. In the universe where you didn't teach her how to do the gun, maybe she accidentally shoots herself first and
kind of, problem solved, so to speak.
less damage, yeah. But it's I understand the reaction, and it's kind of like in this route, Carl is trying to maybe. I know it's not a redemption or damnation; it's a binary option, but I feel like there is a sense of like him trying to redeem and correct past wrongs that led to the deaths of many people. Right. Anyway, so production, can you please show us the Norway scenes, and we'll be right there afterwards.
It should come to no surprise that we found puncture marks on your wife's body. The syringe Astrid turned over to us had traces of morphine. I spoke with Ingrid's doctor. She was never prescribed morphine. How did you get it, Carl? Did you steal it from the hospital? Your daughter's lab?
I've told you all I can remember. That's the truth.
The truth is you murdered your wife. And you're not leaving here until you come clean.
Sorry to interrupt, but you need to see this.
Are you sure?
Yes. We checked twice.
Mr. Johansson, you are free to go.
How?
Your wife died of complications from her illness. We have no cause to hold you.
I'm free to go?
For now.
Men fan. What now? Eva, stop this!
If you won't do it, I'll teach myself.
Eva, stop!
You don't know what it's like to be scared all of the time.
I do know. More than you think. But this won't make that feeling go away.
Give it back!
I can't do that.
Oh, Mama, you, everyone is just the same.
Fan i helvete. Fan ta det!
Please, don't shoot.
Mette?
I'm sorry about the window. I thought you still had a spare key by there. Could you...
Oh.
May I come in?
Oh, yes. Of course. I'm sorry. I'm a bit out of sorts.
Tell me everything.
Welcome back to Silent Hill Ascension. What if we had extreme close-ups? Thank you for bearing with us. You know, not wood is not the only thing getting chopped tonight. Please bear with us. We're gonna try to sort that out for the next scenes, and you can check out the scenes in the correct resolution and a ratio on the what if section on the app. So let's talk about the scenes that we just watched. Again, we have cigarettes burning, we have blame being deflected. He don't know, I don't know. And Haugen is so pissed when the what is it Long Whale, the cameo that delivers the news. I believe it's Long Whale, but she's so pissed. She was ready to put this guy behind bars.
Yeah, no. So I don't know if production will be able to put the painkiller, the Norway showcase video behind us again. But basically, one of the big differences in this scene is in the original scene, Carl, you know, he's kind of like, this man in the window, and Coggan's like, this is a fairy tale, what's up, all this stuff. By the way, I'm glad that everybody loves seeing Hagen again. But you can really tell her hatred of the Johansson family in this scene.
We are here to bear witness to our beloved sister Rachel, who has come to spill her blood, not just for those gathered here, but for the sake of all in this town.
The withering ends tonight.
My farm. What now?
Hi. Yay. Well, Eduardo.
look, I mean, Drew got it right. We've been lost in the otherworld, you know. So, the question is, what if the otherworld affected us? It makes sense.
What if? Well, yeah. So you can see the contempt, and by the way, in every hatred, there's a speck of love, and in that case, Haugen's hatred for the Johanssons is definitely sprinkled with love, and may I even say desire? I don't know, but she yeah. Sorry.
No, but it's interesting to rewatch this, right? At the end, we saw her nice and happy at the Johansson table. But it's worth remembering she hated their guts at the start.
Right. Yeah, we did a whole journey here. She's not casual. She's not casual Haugen in the beginning. She's Detective Haugen, which later she got stripped of that. We're stripping more and more layers of Haugen, starting with her detective title. But yeah, I think we did get to see a glimpse of Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. Eduardo, what do you feel like we should...
We can do it. I did want to highlight, I think, first quickly the scene with Carl and Eva. Basically here, what's amazing for me is Eva acts much more like a petulant child, so to speak, when that gun is taken away, and Carl's like, no, you won't.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's how I act when you take my fan away from me. Who will I be without my fans?
What about, well, I don't know what you'd be without your fans. They're in the audience. So we have the Norway key scenes again, but what I would like to see from our production team is how about we do Pennsylvania, Noah? What do you think? Pennsylvania key scenes?
Listen, I would love to. Let's look at them. Production, thank you so much for showing that to us. You know, everybody had a long, difficult weekend. It was Cinco de Mayo here in the United States, and you know, it takes time to recover. So, Eduardo, can you please read us the Pennsylvania scenes?
Absolutely. So tonight, some of you might have guessed it based on what aired. Actually, this is kind of nice. You've already kind of seen the scene, so we're not spoiling anything. Anyways, Retribution. Rachel undergoes the ritual to end the Wyvern in Hope's Junction, but it doesn't go according to plan. That was the Molotov cocktail. Big Brother, my protector. After failing Joy at the Foundation, Toby faces her again and answers to their criticism. And in that scene, Noah, it was very apologetic. Toby's apologizing to Joy, kind of going like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do my best, and all this stuff. You know, I think tonight we're going to see a different side of Toby.
Yes, indeed, I believe so. And well, first of all, so Molotov cocktail, we all know and remember that moment. And we also have Rachel, like in the original canon run, she was kind of like not taking the blame for the death of Joy. She was like, not me, basically. So it's really interesting to see in this what if scenario, what would be the other way to blame? And we, of course, saw Krista happily volunteering to slice our girl Rachel. She's been waiting for it for a long time. So accolades for our acolyte.
Yeah, no. So and one of the things that's important here is when you're gonna, you know, there's 11 scenes actually this week when our what if playlist, so to speak, comes up, and you'll be able to see those. Tonight we're gonna just see 4. I strongly recommend you stay together and check out with the rest of the community those scenes this week. There's a lot this weekend specifically. But you'll get to see a lot of your characters kind of almost as if you don't remember them, because they changed so much during the scenes that it's interesting to rewatch them. Like even rewatching the scenes, they're completely different characters, and obviously the scenes changed here.
Right. So now we're gonna look at the decisions made for Pennsylvania. Production, pleasey weezy, put that up on screeny. Thank you so much, production. Eduardo, can you please read for us? You do it so well.
No, absolutely, my pleasure. So, in Pennsylvania, what you chose the audience. This is a Toby feature today. So, how will Toby respond to Joy's death? Demand answers. This is redemption. So, again, the damnation option, one during the cannon run, the Molotov cocktail. This is a more, Toby's going to be a little more, I guess, on the good side of history, trying to redeem himself. But don't worry. Honestly, I'm not going to spoil too much, but how will Toby respond to Joy's criticism? Tell her off. I think you're going to really enjoy that one.
Yes, so I'm sure everybody's gonna get a kick out of this one. I know I did. I love when Toby. I love bad boy Toby, you know, because Toby is like, a lot of times is kind of like beaten up by life, by his alcoholism, and shit's hard for Toby, you know, shit's hard. So it's nice to imagine in a what if scenario, what if he told her off? I'm really interested in seeing that. And also, you know, demanding answers is kind of like, that was the redemption path, which we didn't choose in the canon run. And, you know, of course, some might say that throwing a Molotov cocktail is a form of demanding answers. But
I mean, it's demanding an answer, right? Like, once the Molotov cocktail, something needs to be done. You can't really just sit around. Something, you know, someone has to move. Something has to happen. Yeah.
It's a little call to action, you know. It's like a kind of like, okay, now that I got your attention.
All right, got your attention. All right, let's talk.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see those unfold. And again, like, we have Toby being more of a kind of like a proactive version in our what if. Right now, it's Toby demanding answers, Toby telling people off, Toby taking the power back in a non-violent way. Maybe verbally violent, but certainly not physically, which might be an improvement, you know? Nowadays, there's so much violence in the world. I just want to see people talk. So, production, let's try this. Can you show us and premiere the Pennsylvania scenes?
We are here to bear witness to our beloved Sister Rachel, who has come to spill her blood, not just for those gathered here, but for the sake of all in this town.
The withering ends tonight. Now, do you have anything to say before we begin?
I still don't know why Joy died, but my doubts, my lack of faith, have put us all at risk. So tonight, I submit myself to the Purifier's cleansing judgment.
Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
You know what happens if the Purifier judges you unfavorably?
I do.
Then who have you chosen to perform the ritual?
I ask my fellow acolyte, Krista.
I hoped it would be me.
What the fuck is this? He cannot be here! Rachel! You lying bitch! I know you're not telling me the truth about Joy's death! Why did you kill her? Tell me!
I don't know.
Stop lying to me! What the fuck is this?
Xavier? What's happening?
Eric?
What is that?
Judgment.
Toby. Toby.
What do you want from me?
Answers. Justice. Blood.
I tried that, remember? You know what? I'm done. You were always a pain in my ass. When you got hooked on that shit, I was glad. I wanted you to OD. The Foundation did me a fucking favor killing you off. Well, what the fuck?
Hello, Toby.
No. Stay away from me! Stay away from me!
Oh, wait, let me adjust. Sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. We needed to make sure the audience had the right amount of close-ups.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that, our lovely dear audience. We are cracking up from your comments, from your chat.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. I've missed this. I was like being able to see what the audience was like. Oh, Noah and me were just like dying of laughter.
Yeah, so there's a lot to unpack, and I'm feeling the heat here. Okay, let's discuss. So first of all, we had no Molotov cocktail, just Toby coming in. And okay, so you mentioned something about Barb. She's like, the withering ends tonight, right?
Yeah, I think it was Turbo Bastard. It might have been someone else who was like, yeah, the withering ends tonight. Yeah, sure, Barbs.
Right, exactly. Like, Barb may be many things, but she's nothing if not an optimist. And this we must remember, she believes. She believes. It's okay. She's right. She has the right to her beliefs. It's kind of awkward, like Rachel kneeling down and Krista slicing her up, and then Toby's like, let's talk right now.
Yeah. Somebody was like, "Oh, I know you're bleeding, but I need you to answer some questions." So by the way, some of you spotted that it was Krista, and that comes back right to the tree, because in the canon run, Krista was the choice fundamentally. So future scenes had Krista. It just happened that this was all in the same week, but that's why you got to see Krista again. But you did see the alternative there with Toby's demand answer. I don't know if production though can show us the other scene in the background. I know without the audio it's a lot less good, because that was some talking, that was some smack there. Like,
girl. This is Toby coming into its own, and she's sassy, she's angry, she wanted Joy to die. She's like, good riddance, good thing the Foundation took you. I was glad when you became addicted to drugs, because you might have died earlier. And honestly, to be honest, this is the version of Tobes that that resonates with me more. And I don't know, it was hard for me, everybody was Team Toby when he was kind of a wishy-washy, saddy sad, and now he's all like sassy sass, and I'm for it, I'm here for it. I think she deserved an earful of his mouth full.
yeah, and by the way, I know that technically this part didn't change, right? It was in the original scene, the monster vomit into Rachel. I just love it though. Like, this is just so great. It's like, nothing is messed up, and I like how Toby's like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm not staying here.
Yeah, I would be totally spooked if I saw Rachel, even if she wasn't like being vomited out of my dead sister's mouth. Like, I would run away either way, she's kind of a formidable and frightening woman. And later we discovered more and more to what extent. But yeah, this was a sassy Toby, saying it like it is like, I'm glad you died, and basically saying this.
Yeah, no, I like. It very much feels like the spirit of Toby. It feels like Toby looking at Toby again, like, look, I try to be sorry to Joy, just not cutting it.
Yeah, it's not cutting it. And what if we all had a second chance and could go back and tell someone off? Oh Lord, I would like to do that sometimes, but turning the other cheek is always the official policy of Silent Hill Ascension. Do not get into fights. If you must vent, do it on the chat. By the way, I don't remember who said it, but somebody said Toby or not Toby, because that's the question, right?
Yeah. No, yeah. To be or not to be. I mean, yeah, that's the way to do it. And I think the audience is very much, yeah, Toby, of course.
Right. Yeah, the answer is Toby. And Tubi, where you can see the canon run, by the way. But most important right now is the what if, and you can see all those scenes afterwards in the app. But yeah, we have sassy Toby here. We have Rachel being again regurgitated, or just gurgitated. I don't know if she's regurgitated. I think maybe she's just being thrown up. I don't know. But and we had our withering ceremony with our optimistic Barb, thinking that this will end the withering, and alas, not quite. Now it is time almost to wrap it up. So, Eduardo, I'm gonna throw to you to recap because you're not just the captain, you're the recaptain.
All right, that one was hard.
Not all of them are winners, okay?
That's actually pretty good. I wouldn't have seen it. So no, I liked it. So the big thing, right, with the bonus scenes we had in Norway is at least the ones we featured here, right? We got to see essentially like a little bit of a different dynamic. We got to see Hagen in her hatred of the Johansons, and Carl kind of being frank on it, as well as Carl like going like, no guns for you. Very different scenes as a result that came out of it, and like really the focus on Carl there, like revisiting a lot of the characters we know about, like Mette, and obviously her relationship with Carl. In Pennsylvania, right, we got to see Toby like basically talk his way into a smackdown against Joy, but also get going straight up to Rachel, like no need for Molotov cocktails. Words are like stones as far as those scenes were concerned. But there's a ton more, right? There are 11 scenes, I believe, this week. Those will be available. I'm gonna actually check if they're available now. They're maybe not now, but very, very soon. It'll be soon enough. Like, give it a little bit of time. They'll pop up shortly after our show here closes. So stick around, check them out. If you can check them at your leisure, but you're here with the rest of the audience or the audience, so it's a good time. Keep each other company. Have a great time with each other. This week there are 11 scenes. Grab some popcorn and start seeing them. You also get to see. We found the footage. We understand that we wanted to make sure that we got the right tapes in. So don't worry, that's all going to be fine when you watch those scenes. And again, if you want influence points to kind of affect some of these decisions that are coming up in What If puzzles, that's where you need to go. Noah loves them. So again, our What If show takes place, if you just joined us midway, every Monday at 5:40 p.m. Pacific. And what we do is we premiere the bonus scenes together. You get to watch them with us, with the community. We get to discuss them. And that's part of the fun. Noah, that's pretty much it from me.
Right, and just so you know, we meet here every Monday, and not just for the sake of our audience, but also for my own mental health. So please keep joining us if you want to see me not in the mental house. Just kidding, I'll be fine. Join us. But no, audience, thank you so much for joining us again. We hope you enjoy that. I know Eduardo and I did. You are always such a blast. We love you guys, girls, ghouls, everything in between. So please have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again next Monday.